about purchasing. That's fine.
Well, there was Tracy. Where did Tracy go?
She took my copy to make copies for you.
Okay.
I'm waiting for my copy first. I'll do those first.
Okay, while we're waiting for that, let's go to 4A. Burn ban was last lifted on 3/6. I've talked to two different chiefs. We're waiting to hear back from the third one, but both of their recommendation was that we institute the burn ban again. It's the pleasure of the court.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Robert, second by Mr. Maxwell, to put the burn ban back in place. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion.
Yes.
Yes, effectively. My good Shelby to do that. And move off the sheriff. Mr. Graham is here. Not here.
No.
Well, I better not be on the clock then.
I have one thing I can go through real quick before we get rid of this one.
Great.
Purchasing acknowledgements. I believe you already have the originals. Jesse Daniels, they were sent to you Friday, I guess. Daryl Dyer and Emily Natividad.
I don't have the originals.
Okay. Tracy, these are copies. Tracy had the originals. I thought that they were sent to you Friday.
Not that I recall.
I will check with her on that.
Okay, so you had
Emily Natividad, Daryl Dyer, and Jesse Daniels.
I'd already done that, so you sure?
I think Daryl, for sure.
They may have already been presented. You think they were?
But we can accept them again.
Just do that all consent agenda when we get the other deal. Thank you, Christine. How did we miss getting this?
We're going to work on it on Sunday, so I guess you, I don't know. I didn't get mine until this morning. You should have one. You have an original. And you should have one. Yes. Yeah.
I do need that for the file. Just when I put it. Just the, okay. This is for the finance commission.
You want to do it?
I haven't even had a chance to look at it.
I haven't either.
Okay, so general fund, $3,398,589.56. Taxable, $349,402.84. Are these all CDs?
The First National Bank is one.
These all,
The First National Bank is the.
the $507,251.57, and then I guess they're all
Then there's three CDs.
3 CDs.
Texas Bank, Church Bank, and Prosperity for $250,000 apiece. Principal Fund, $538,868.97. Texas Class, $527,000, excuse me, $492.78. Total funds on deposit as of April 30th was $6,681,315.72. Road and Bridge, $907,645.36, and then Fund 26, the ARPA funds, $930,904.55. Several pages. Page 4, the total page was $12,446,900. $55,820.92 total in all the funds. Two total pages. Combined statement of revenue expenses for April, for general fund. As of April 30th for the fiscal year, we had $8,569,763.79 in revenue, $6,493,186.23 in expenses. Road and Bridge, $1,949,110.05 in revenue. Expenses, $7,684.93 in expenses. So it's supposed to be in a pretty good financial position. There's 3 pages of that, and there's interest. So, as of April 30th, for this fiscal year, we earned $125,826.06 in interest. As of, for last fiscal year at this time, we had $12,183.22. So we earned quite a bit of interest this year.
Let's see, we are.
In interest?
Yeah.
$125,826.
I was just verifying that is pretty good deal.
That's very good over last year's 12,000. Yes.
Let me find out. When you
I've
get
got an
back.
original for you.
Oh, okay.
And then- And then there's a scheduled lease payments, which lists the 2 at First National Bank, Wichita Falls for Caterpillars, 1 First Financial Bank for Caterpillar, and American National Leasing for a roller. We have a pledged security listing for Prosperity Bank, market value $142,909.20. Next should be the bank account total spreadsheet. I think it has the wrong, that should be behind it. As of April 30th, 2023, the amount of cash and assets in the custody of my office was $10,888,836.55. And then I'll go over the investment report.
It's a small office too. I don't know where all that money's kept.
Comes from all the other offices.
It's all stacked up in a corner or something.
It's on the bank, it's not in my office, I promise.
Oh.
Okay, and then, investment report is the last page. You'll see the 3 CDs at First Financial Bank. We have 1 CD at Sharps Bank, 1 CD at Texas Bank, 1 CD at Prosperity Bank. We have the money market account at First National Bank, Wichita Falls, and you can see where the money is in First National Bank underneath. How it's broken down. And then we have Texas Class, Texas School Prime, Tech School, and then a Texas Class account for the ARPA Fund. This report is made in accordance with provisions of Government Code 2256, Public Funds Investment Act. The investments held in the Eastland County portfolio comply with the Public Funds Investment Act with the county investment policies and structures.
Anything further? Any questions from the commissioners on anything that was presented? Motion to accept.
Still gotta do financial.
DMV tax collector.
Second.
Motion by Ron, second by Ron.
And that is to accept and approve, with the changes on the minutes and approve the treasurer's affidavit.
Yes. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Probably not. We move to my mother's and they only see the,
Fireworks.
yeah, we usually throw fireworks on there.
Be safe.
It's too hot. There's mosquitoes and, you know.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
Anybody watch stuff like that?
When you clean it out, it's
Yes.
You cooking?
It's on ass.
So just sit on that front?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I'm gonna move up, with court permission, I'm gonna move up, Riley Whitaker up so she can come up, maybe, you and TJ wanna make the introductions, explain,
Yes,
explain what's going on.
doing it.
Go up to the side of the bench, or is there a vacancy, or?
She'd love to,
Okay.
That doesn't matter, I can sit there, I can just sit.
We want to build this evening, but I'd like to introduce to the court and Raleigh Whitaker. She's one of our senior 4-H'ers. She's going into her senior year at Cisco High School this year already. And this past year, she served as Cisco 4-H Club, she's actually in the Rising Star 4-H Club. She's been their president this past year. She also is on our District 8 as president, state council, and due to that participation, she got to be an officer on the state 4-H council, which is actually a really big deal in 4-H. And so this past couple of weeks, she's been all over the place, but she competed in A&M with public speaking. She's been doing public speaking since she was 4 to 5 years old, for sure 5, and she has excelled in this and perfected it as she's gone along. So a lot of us that have to get up in public, this is something that's pretty impressive when y'all hear this. We wanted to showcase Riley today so that y'all could see the type of work that she's put into this project. She also will now, because of winning first place at A&M with public speaking, will go on and be able to compete in January at the National Western Roundup in Colorado. And I'm assuming, my Mindy mom and grandma can correct me on this, is there'll be first place winners from all over the nation there, and she'll be competing representing Eastland County. So we wanted y'all to hear what she can do, and Riley, we're proud of you, and this is home, so just relax and do your thing. So.
All right.
And I was thinking if you might just stand up there, we could move that chair just a little bit. Then
I
you're
can
both
just,
here.
I can just stand right here.
That'd be fine. Okay.
I can stand.
So,
Are y'all ready? Two operating rooms, two prayers, one answer. In operating room 1, we have Katie, a 16-year-old high school student who is in the hospital because she was in a major car accident. Her injuries are life-threatening, and the prognosis is grim. Her doctors have worked tirelessly to save her life, and her parents have spent their days on their knees praying for a miracle, for God to save their baby girl. In operating room 2, we have Bobby, an 18-year-old high school senior who is in the hospital because he was born with a major heart defect. He was born with a condition, and over the years, he has fought a chronic disorder. His parents have also spent their days praying for a much-needed organ donor. Now, Bobby's parents have been informed that there is a young lady in the hospital who proves to be a match, that the coming days will determine his and her destiny. Can you imagine the scenario? Katie and Bobby's parents in the same hospital chapel, both praying for their babies? Unfortunately, in order for one child to live, the other must die. It just doesn't seem right, does it? Good morning. My name is Riley Whitaker, and today I'm going to be telling you about the medical timeline of xenotransplantation, how xenotransplantation, when paired with genetic modification and cloning, can close the supply and demand gap for organ availability, and why we as agriculturists should advocate for this new option in the medical field. 114,000. That is currently the number of individuals on the waiting list for an organ transplant. Think about it. 114,000. And out of that heart-stopping figure, less than 34,000 transplants are performed each year. A new name is added to the list every 10 years. Every single day, 20 people die waiting on an organ transplant. The numbers are staggering, and the supply and demand for organ availability is growing further and further apart with every passing year. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a problem. But what if I told you that through the advancements of science, technology, and agriculture, we can solve this dilemma? What if I told you the answer did not require the passing of another human being? The answer, you ask? Xenotransplantation, or the transfer of organs between species. As we visit the timeline of xenotransplantation, it is interesting to note that cross-species transplants have been documented since the 17th century. In 1667, a French doctor tapped into the veins of a sheep to perform a blood transfusion in order to save the life of his 15-year-old patient. In the 1900s, xenotransplantation gained much notoriety. In 1964, a surgeon transplanted a chimpanzee kidney into a patient who lived 9 months with the help of immunosuppressant drugs. In 1984, Dr. Leonard Bailey transplanted a baboon heart into baby Faye, an infant who was born with a poorly developed heart. The most exciting advancement comes from a Boston-based company called Xenotherapeutics. In 2018, the FDA gave Xenotherapeutics the green light to proceed with the very first human clinical trial in which genetically engineered porcine skin would be used to treat severe burn victims in the Massachusetts General Hospital. Although this trial is still ongoing, November 20